Hi everybody, I hope everyone's doing well. We're going to tap in using the Oracle of the Angels deck, and we're going to call in our angels and saints, ancestors and guides into our space to provide love and divine messages for our highest and greatest good. We're surrounded in divine white light and love. All right. Give me a little extra. All right, let's just do a bit of shuffling here and we'll get the messages for us today. Interesting. Okay, we're good. Look at light. This is also a way of tapping into the light, using the light. I don't know if you are familiar with scrying with fire or smoke, but this is also like a way of purification. Okay, transmutation even. Okay, we have comfort coming out. You are supported and loved. Let's see. We have application. It's like apply what you already know. There's power. You have strong power. It's like harnessing the power within you. Then I have ascension. Look at this card. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. Beautiful. Look at how, like, you know, there's this beautiful channel. There's this beautiful source. There's this beautiful connection. And it's like taking the necessary steps and heading into something that is going to be so transformative. Not just for you, right? I feel like you're being represented as the seeker here. And there is this strong connection that you hold. And we're going to get more. Okay. And then we have believe in your dreams. Okay, let's see. Let's talk about the comfort. It says, take comfort in the knowing that there is a divine presence in your life and it's guiding you at all times. There's no need to fear. Trust in the guidance of your angelic helpers and surrender your worries to them. Know that everything will work out exactly how it is meant to for the greater good. Beautiful. I release my fear, for a divine presence comforts me. In trust, I surrender myself to this presence. I let go of all worries and choose to relax. Well-being surrounds me, and I am comforted by the knowledge that I am never alone. That's beautiful. Wow. Application. You have been on a quest. Have you been on a quest? If you've been on a quest, let me know. I know I have. And it's, you know, calling it out here. It's like all of these beautiful branches and directions and information and connections and all the wonderful things. Right? It's a quest for greater understanding, knowledge. For some time you've been doing this. All right? This card is an indication that this time has truly come for you to apply that acquired knowledge in a very practical way to your real life. All right. There's always way more to learn. Okay. But for now, focus on walking the walk. Demonstrate to yourself and those who love what you have learned and that you've come even further than you possibly imagined. And so this is interesting because yesterday's read was a bit of, you know, the laws of the universe, and this applies here. So you're going to be applying some of what this is. And this prayer says, the laws of universal love take root in my life. I now apply everything I have learned during my spiritual quest. The knowledge of the mind will be transformed into life knowledge. I radiate love at all times. Light transforms my heart and my thoughts. Let's so it is. Beautiful energy. I feel like you're applying what you've learned. Here's a time to practice, okay? And then we have number 8. So this, you know, in a tarot deck would be strength. In this oracle deck, it represents power, number 8. As challenging as life may seem to you right now, trust that you have the power and strength to get through the present obstacles and reach a new chapter of greater peace and harmony that awaits you. It's just around the corner, so hold tight. All right? Try to keep a positive outlook and try not to be disheartened by recent events. You're about to tap into an enormous reservoir of power within, and it will help you navigate these tough times and come out stronger and wiser. And this prayer says, I am master of my life and perfectly at one with the universe. My thoughts are pure, loving, and positive. I believe in myself, and I know that with God I can do anything. I now draw upon this new power within me, and I go through this growing phase with ease. And so it is. Beautiful. Look, it's so empowering. I love this. Okay, we have number 43 and number 44 as our last 2 cards. And those are, I believe, the last 2 cards in this deck. Take some time to reconnect with nature. Allow yourself to be drawn in by the wonders of the natural world. They will lead you to your inner divinity and help you tap into a deep reservoir of peace and light within. I take time for myself. Nothing is more important. In nature, I find my inner peace and tranquility. I delve into my inner sanctuary. And so it is. And then the last one is number 44. And this talks about believing in your dreams. You may be encountering some obstacles and challenges which you feel are standing in the way between you and your dreams, but don't be disheartened, okay? Your efforts will soon be rewarded. Continue to do whatever you can to move forward, achieving your dreams. One little step at a time. Okay, if you don't feel supported by those around you, draw on your own inner strength and do the believing for them. Acknowledging your value and fill your mind with positive thoughts about your future success. And here's a prayer for you. I remain confident and determined even in the face of challenges. Okay, I draw on my inner strength to help me stay focused on my dreams. I rejoice in the success that is coming to me. I have everything I need. And so it is, and so it will be. What a beautiful message. I love that. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see what else we have in store for us today. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna use... We're gonna use this deck. They're having me get this deck. Okay, let's see. The Fool. The Fool's Journey. Right? Look at the Fool's Journey, 9 of Wands. Many life experiences, many lessons learned. Now it's applying what you've learned. Look at nurturing oneself, right? So that you can be supportive of others. It's like you can't deplete your source, right? Let's see. Knock, knock. Who's there? Ooh, Ace of Cups coming out. Hermit application. The Hermit's clarifying application, and Ace of Cups is clarifying comfort. Aw, that's sweet. Let's clarify power. Power is the Chariot. Ascension is the Magician. All uprights. Okay. Believe in your dreams. This is making your dreams a reality. Okay. This is learning how to apply all the resources and tools necessary for ascension, right? Understanding that like your vibration matters, right? Energy matters. Taking the necessary steps, following a process, an alchemical process. Wow. Believing in dreams. The Fool. No kidding. The Fool's clarifying this one. Look at. That's cool. And then it's like, also we learned about like how creating from a place of love allows for dreams to come true. And this is like really being in your faith and, you know, walking by faith, not by sight. Right? And also not being naive, right? There were a lot of things that were experienced here and learned, right? With the power. And we have the Chariot. So whatever challenges there was, it was for your growth and development. There's movement, there's change, there's will, there's grit, there's perseverance. So everything that you learned and practiced was for the greater good in some way, specifically yours and your path. So you may have like gone through your own like version of like a pilgrimage, a quest, an ascension, an awakening, Kundalini, awakening as well with this energy here. So this is like learning how to, I don't know if I want to use the word like break free of a matrix, but understand that you're truly the programmer, okay? The creator, right? You're the one that's in charge of creating your reality here. And so once you figure this out, then it's like you're creating from a place of dreaming, like what you think creates. I feel like you have divine protection here. You could actually be someone who's meant to help others towards their wish fulfillment here. Might be a guide in some way. I'm getting a guide. And then I have the Hermit here. I feel like you're definitely tapping into, you know, wisdom here, like wise counsel. You have wise counsel. And I feel like you're applying what you've learned from wise counsel. And then here you are, right? Yeah, I don't feel like you're ever alone, right? Like when I was seeing this comfort card, this is you as the Fool, and this angel and this bird are like your comfort, right? Like you are supported by spirit, and that's so beautiful. Look at Hanged Man, right? And then the High Priestess. Yeah, you're guiding others on, or you've been guided on your awakening path, your ascension path. There's hidden wisdom and knowledge here that you're meant to share. You're meant to hold, anchor. You could be like doing grid work. You could receive downloads here that you apply, right? Application. Your energy, your power, your powerful soul here. It's like being a guiding light, okay, for others on the ascension path. So believe in your dreams, okay? Something you've been planning and creating is manifesting. Okay, so this is like something new. Look at something new, something that you've been guided down, like you receive this wisdom, this perspective. You may share perspective. You may share possibilities, you may share probabilities, you may tap into sacred geometry, you may understand how thought forms create and manifest. There's a lot here that you could be teaching. Also, the magician represents, they're at a podium, they're sharing and expressing something that others, need to learn how to apply themselves, right? Like, here are the tools, the resources. Let me show you how to create. As above, so below. Huh, that's cool. What else you got for us? Oh, a Hierophant coming flying out. Yeah, I'm getting like this is that higher learning. Someone of authority. This could be a spiritual leader, teacher, a mentor, someone who has like a high ranking. This is someone you could be working with or working for, or you are the Hierophant. You're the one being seen in this position, right? You have strong spiritual or belief systems. There's rules about how the universe operates, okay? And so maybe now that you know how it operates, what are you going to create with that? So it's kind of like you have this blank canvas. It's like you're being encouraged to create what you desire and what you believe, like your dreams. It's like making your dreams a reality now that you know how the universe works. So this is applying what you've learned. You could be asked to share this with others in some way. Look at, and then the bottom of the deck energy change. It's the Temperance Angel. It's kind of like divine intervention. It's like being able, this is definitely being in flow, going with the flow here, changing the form of something from one state to another, teaching people how to process emotions, their pain, their suffering, their karma, like moving through those things, that process for healing. And this also could be like being in flow with consciousness and being able to share it in multiple ways, like in varying degrees. Like this is giving me like rhythm energy, like everything flows out and in, everything has its tides, like that. All things rise and fall, right? And the pendulum's like swinging to the right is the measure of the swing to the left kind of energy. Every effect has its cause. That is the cause and effect. But then rhythm is like the measuring of something swinging to the left and then the right, and then the rhythm actually compensates. That's what I'm getting. It's like turning cold water, hot water into lukewarm water. It's like, how do you do that? How did you move past that? How did you overcome that? Right? It's like that. You've overcome some big situations here. King of Pentacles. We have the High Priestess, the Hanged Man. And then we have the Ten of Cups, clarifying the Fool. There's Temperance for you. This is divine justice and balance being restored, harmony, right? Having moderation, balance in our lives, specifically when it comes to dark forces, lower vibrational energy, lower frequencies, our shadow, our ego, how to transcend and ascend from this energy. Like we descend to ascend. And, that's part of what's being applied here and learned. So you may have learned a major lesson and now you're going to apply it in this new cycle here with the Fool. I'm getting like there is something that people value about what you know, right? Your wisdom, your knowledge, your tradition, maybe what you practice, what you know. I feel like there's this strong connection here to spirit that I feel is of interest to, this could be like you building something with this. Like this could be entrepreneur. This is you using your abilities to help others and provide and have some sort of I'm getting like accreditation, or there's something here that's being it's almost like somebody may need your service. This is you being of service. And then the Hanged Man tells me it's like almost like surrendering to the process here, allowing things to flow. Okay, being able to receive, right? Being neutral, being objective. Okay, I feel like this is going to help bring prosperity, happiness, joy, emotional fulfillment. So whatever is coming in for you, or whoever's coming in for you, you know, like sees that there's an energy here that has strong value, strong worth, ability to contribute quite a bit to the greater good here. And so it's kind of like, it's like there's a divine plan playing out here. And it's like you might need to surrender a bit of control and go with the flow while this kind of comes in. Is what I'm getting. This could be a partnership, someone who you might work with as well. Okay. Definitely tapping into the spiritual gifts, the intuition. There's like wisdom and knowledge that you may have access to through your practice that maybe others can't, and they may need your specialty. So it's like, you know, you're unique for a reason. Okay, you were meant to go through what you went through so that you could understand the power you truly hold and how to use it wisely. Like this is the wise counsel. I have a Hierophant and a High Priestess here. Okay, so this is the wise counsel. All right, so I'm getting like you might work with others in this field, or meet acquaintances, mentors, learn, practice, apply, all that. You could get paid to do this. This could be something that helps you to expand in some way, grow. I feel like this does have a lot of promise. Yeah, it has a lot of promise. Look at what you're helping with. Check this out. Wow. Look at this. I feel like everything that you went through served a great purpose and will continue to do so, because it's like you've mastered the ability to heal oneself. And so you're an example for others. I feel like there's definitely divine intervention in your life as it relates to somebody who was trying to dim your light and was being manipulated by dark forces, lower vibrational energy. I feel like the divine's at hand here. I feel like whatever they've sent out is returning back to sender. Okay. Maybe they're overindulging in something that they were like high on the hog about. I'm getting, they tried to sacrifice, but found themselves in a position of self-sacrifice. I feel like they're not really in charge at this time regarding their choices they've made and had some influence over their choices, and how that may put you in some sort of light. I feel like they lied on your name, they slandered, they betrayed, they defamed, and now this could be happening to them. And that's divine balance. So whatever they're coming up against, they think it's you. It's not you. Okay? You were held in comfort, love, peace. Okay? You're supported by the divine. All right? I'm getting like there's divine justice playing out here. There's like a spiritual balance being restored here on your behalf. All right? You learned what you came here to learn, and now it's time to put it into practice while it's like they clean up the mess. It's like while they clean up the mess. All right? There's a bit of, you know, things clearing up. All right, y'all. So I am going to break here at this point and stop our reading. I think we've gotten some clarity that like all of this is playing out for your highest and greatest good here. There's an amazing outcome here, and you are on your ascension path, and everything's coming to your awareness. This is like everything's coming to your awareness so that there's clarity and insight on the next steps. All right, trust yourself, trust that you're being held. Okay, and there is opportunity for you to apply what you've learned. And I feel like, you know, you have some dreams in mind, and this is you working towards those dreams. So I love that for you guys. Okay, I'm gonna send out lots of love, and I will see you on the next reading. Bye now.